Hey, welcome back to Turbo Talk. I'm Turbo. I'm sitting here in the homestead in the green room enjoying this beautiful fall day. It's actually 2 days before Halloween, I believe. It's a Saturday, and I just did my week before my next marathon. Next Saturday, I'm going to be doing the Monumental or Be Monumental in the Indianapolis. It's a marathon up there, and I'm scheduled to run that, or I'm entered in. I just finished up the Portland Marathon, and I did my turbos talk. Who's Turbo? On Turbo's a marathoner, and I've done a turbo talk, a how to, and I explain what it takes to be a marathoner. So, because I just finished up a 10-mile run and I'm feeling kind of confident, and of course, some of you know who I am already, as far as my background and all this, but I just like to share now one more element about marathons. I want to show Turbo's philosophies and strategies. Yeah, I'm going to call them turbonics. Nonetheless, I want to share with you the most important record to keep. I'm going to share with you how to use the energy the best. I'm going to share with you the most important element that there is to be in a marathoner. And I'm going to talk about the best choice that you can make. I'm going to share an understanding that perhaps you might want to know. And I'm going to give you the 3 E's to the power of 3. And then 2B. I'll follow that up with my strategies on pre-race, race, and post. Here we go. The most important record to keep. Well, you already know that I don't believe that time is real, but I believe it is the most important one to keep. I think that time is what you need to be recording. How much time did I run? Not how far, not how fast, but how much time am I running? And that is duration. It is like, all right, in a bout, was it hours or minutes? How many bouts in a day? Or how many days? How many days in a week? Keep track. All of those are very important records. Those are the ones to keep. How many miles did I get this week? All right. I mean, how much time did I get this week? All right. Now we're going to talk about energy. The best energy use is basically steady state. If you know exactly what pace you're supposed to run and how far you're supposed to run it, you're supposed to be able to just jump right in there and be able to do it. Well, people do, and it is done, and it is actually the best use of any kind of energy that you can actually prepare your body to use in a marathon. However, that one is not so easily accomplished. So therefore, we promote progression. That means we start out slow and go faster, and eventually you can start moving yourself into steady state. Even though progression is obtainable and somewhat easily, in some sense, it still has challenges. All right, now we're going to talk about the most important element to being a marathoner. That's to relax. You got to be relaxed. All right, so there are 3 commands that I have. It's called relax, tall, and strong. I always say it's tall, strong, and be relaxed. But relaxation is the only one of the 3 that are very important to that has no limits. You can only be as tall as you can be, and you have a limit, and that's just as tall as you can be. And you can be as strong as you can be based on what it is that your body fibers are. But relaxation has no limits. You need to practice it. You need to find it. You need to learn it. You need to, you know, just spend some time relaxing. All right. The understanding. All right. The understanding that I think that you might need to know is that alone is where and who you are. It's the self. That is you. However, what you need to know is that a threefold cord is not easily broken versus the self. Therefore, I'm wanting to share with you that another is going to make you stronger. So I would call that my help or my angel. I call it Roy. My Roy. Somebody there cheering me on. Rooting me to the finish. Rooting you to the finish. All right, now we got the ease to the third power. You need to explore, experiment, and enjoy the training and the practice and the time. Meaning that go ahead and try things out. Try different shoes, try different socks, try different diets, try different sleep habits, try different things, but try them out. But most importantly about this particular thing about the east to the third, there's nothing new on race day. You're going to be practiced in knowing what it is that you need to do. Eating, sleeping, drinking, all the way down to the start time of the race and all the way down to the travel time to the start and maybe even the standing time at the start line. And then finally, to be. This is pretend. Pretend. Find out what a marathoner looks like and dress like him or her. Find out what a marathoner acts like and start acting like a marathoner. And most importantly, or not most importantly, but finally, find out what a marathoner thinks like, or start thinking like a marathoner. Pretend to be a marathoner. If you can actually find out all these things and you're doing all the other things that I've already shared, you're going to be able to be a marathoner. So pretend yourself. Be a marathoner. And that starts with pretending. Yes. Now, the strategies. Okay, so we got pre-race day. So pre-race day is basically going to be, you want to go ahead and prepare a plan. And so hopefully you laid things out and found the race day and went backwards. And anyway, that's a different video, I think. And then secondly, then you want to go ahead and live it. Live that practice. Live that schedule. However, in living the schedule, you need to be able to listen to the body and follow according to, what life gives. So here we go. Race day. Race day, I suggest that you find a wave that's slightly faster than your predicted time. And see if you can't get yourself into the wave that's faster than your time and begin the race there. And then, for the first 3 miles, make sure that everybody is passing you. The masses of people, the bigger the crowd, the better it's going to be. More Roys. Think about it. Roy, right? So back to the Roy thing for a minute. Roy Rogers says that you got to have people along the sidelines to be cheering you on to make it beneficial and worthwhile and to help the athlete. That's why I call him Roy. But nonetheless, work back into this strategy. You start out in a faster wave than which you can run and start out slower. than what you're supposed to run. Everybody's passing you for the first 3 to 5 miles. Then, by 5 miles, you're going to settle into your pace, and you're going to already be set. At that point, you'll be running with the people, and nobody will be passing you. And then somewhere around mile 8, you'll start passing people back, especially if you settle into your pace. So you settle into your pace, but as soon as you settle into your pace, well, you're going to settle in your pace all the way through. But you're settled into your pace, then you're going to relax. Relaxation. Relax, relax, relax. Stay tall, stay strong, but relax. Then we're going to go ahead and just get through most of the race. But the next thing that I teach is see the barn. I'm going to tell it to you real quick. Cows, if you've ever milked cows and they're out in the pasture, you can go out there, start ringing your bell, and the cows will start coming to the path to the barn, and they start getting in line, and they start going to the barn, and they go faster and faster and faster to the barn. Next thing you know, you got a herd of cows running and rushing to get into the stalls in the barn to be milked. I call that see the finish line. See where you need to be and believe in it. See the finish line. Yes, that's the barn battery. You got to see the barn. And then finally, you need to finish. Just get it done. Just get across that line, and that's it. Stay relaxed. After the race, the post race. Most important thing that you need to remember is stay on your feet and be moving around, but start eating as soon as you can and drinking as soon as you can. And I would not start with water if possible. I would start with something with a little more electrolytes in it or in anything other than water, because water could actually deplete the system where it's at right now and make it sink instead of go up. Even though water is what you need, and I grab food, I grab everything that's available. Beer doesn't matter, and I'm going through the lines, and I'll drink my anything but water first. But I keep drinking my water. I go back and forth, and I keep eating. I can't eat much. I don't feel like it, and I just walk around. And so the best thing after the race then is you can sit down here and there, but you got to get it up and walk. So go up and down stairs, walk to dinner, just walk wherever you're going to. Get you a good walk in afterwards. And then, of course, if you get the opportunity for a massage, I'm always going to be big in on it. So there you go. Turbonics, Turbo's philosophies and strategies of a marathon. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Most importantly, be your best. Goodbye.